What up, everybody? It's Jorphany, and today we have a video based on some Q&A. So it's going to be a Q&A video from some questions that we received from some of our friends and followers.
Yes, so let's get right into it. First question.
How long have you been together, and how did you guys meet?
So we've been together for 5 years. Our actual wedding day was our 5th year anniversary.
July 23rd.
July 23rd. And we knew each other like 8-9 years before that, right?
About 8 years ago. And we met basically dancing bachata. So next question is, what made you guys fall for each other?
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
Okay. So at the beginning, the reason I knew him for a while is because I didn't want to date him. I didn't want to date him. I had my ideas of what I thought he was all about. I would see him at the clubs and stuff all the time. So I just kind of had this thing like, oh, you know, he doesn't have a game plan. Like, I'm not trying to do none of that. But what made me fall for him, it was his like drive, his aspirations. And he is a complete sweetheart. He's such a gentleman, and that's not very usual nowadays. So for me, that's why I fell for him.
Oh, thanks. For me, she knows how to clean really. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. What? You do. There's so many things, but I definitely felt she was like a good match for me. She had like the same amount of drive and dedication and wanted to make something of her life, and wasn't just like getting older, but kind of like just repeating the same things. And, you know, just in a very like repetitive motion. Like today, most people, you know, they wake up, they go to work, and that's about it. They don't really have, not everybody, but a lot of people, they're just caught up in this cycle and not really doing anything with their lives. And what I liked about her is, again, she had a game plan. She had goals she wanted to accomplish. She wanted to travel. So that's one of the things, but there's a lot of things that attracted me about her. What else? How did you know he or she was the one? The first time we hooked up, I was like, that's it. She just fucked it up for everybody. You know, that's it. It was a wrap. That was it. It was true. But
for me, I think early on in our relationship, something happened to his health and like with his back. And it's like I had no attachment. I had no reason why to stay or anything, but it was like something about him that like, I don't know, that disarmed me, and like I just had a different type of love for him, which I had never felt before, so that's when I knew he was the one.
Yeah, and she stuck by me in the good and the bad, and, you know, was always like my rock, and supported me unconditionally in all of my dreams and goals and aspirations, everything that I've been wanting to do in my life. So definitely having somebody that supports you and lifts you instead of brings you down and doesn't support you, it has been really amazing. So yes. Favorite part of your wedding?
Okay, well, I have two. Reading our vows to each other was like on another whole level for me. And the whole party, like our dance and my DJ list was on point. So I don't know, like I think of my wedding and I can't help but smile. Like, when everyone said their speeches, like, yes. I don't know, those are my three.
Man, it's so amazing. The fact that we were able to bring our families together, and for many of them it was their very first vacation in their entire lives, even though some of them are in their 30s and 40s, that was really amazing to be able to bring everybody like in one space together and have like an incredible life-changing experience. That was definitely amazing. And yeah, just having the people that we love the most be there by our sides. Tips for newlyweds or those in a relationship. So, tips for newlyweds and those in a relationship. Go ahead.
Man, that's like a whole video of its own. But I think first and foremost, what makes our relationship different and flow is number one, and above all, is respect. I mean, it's respect. It's to the level of, I don't like. for me, like one of my pet peeves is when a woman reprimands a man in front of like anyone. Like you do that, you know, at your house or you communicate however it is, but in public, like I have an issue with like, you know, correcting and reprimanding a man. Like it just kind of demasculates him. And I mean, we can go into detail about, you know, being feminine and masculine. I'm, you know, most of the time and like trying to be tough and a protector. But when I give him, you know, when I become feminine and light, like he's able to be the man that he is, and it just flows. It's like I don't have to try to be this tough little cookie at all times. It's like he's the provider and protector of our family. So for me, respect is number one. What is another
Trust.
one? Yeah.
For sure, just like unconditional trust. Very often, and even me, in like when I was a teenager, and something I hear a lot, we both hear a lot often, is maybe a person or both in the relationship are very like insecure and like controlling, and they try, maybe one of the person or both try to prevent all these things from happening, which really is like, if those things were to happen, then that's probably not the right person anyway. So you need to be, just give them the freedom and trust. And if they mess that up, then you know they're not the right one. But you can't be trying to prevent things that if they were to happen, you're with the wrong person. You know what I mean? So definitely trust and respect.
Como decía mi abuela, a man's gonna do what he's gonna do whether you have him a million miles away or right next to you.
Yes.
About character.
Hardest thing you have overcome as a couple? That's a good one.
I mean, for me, like the hardest was when I got like really sick.
Yeah.
That was real.
With her rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
I think honestly, we haven't experienced anything like super, super hard or like challenging, because we feel that when we attracted each other into our lives, when we began to like date each other and be in a relationship with each other, we were at such a different level individually and independently in our lives that when we came together, it's like we know what we wanted. So it wasn't like games or, you know, kind of BS like that.
Yeah, and we communicate a lot. Like if something bothers me, it's like, it's whether we communicate very differently. I'm about writing, I'm about texting, I'm about writing a letter, and I'm gonna let you know my feelings.
I'm not.
Well, he's very like whoa, that was a long letter. Let's
like,
just
that's a
talk
long
about
text.
it, you know.
Let's just talk about it later.
Let's print it out and talk about it, you know. And so we have different ways of communication, and we both respect that. But at the end of the day, we communicate what it is that is bothering us.
That's really important to know, because if you're in a relationship with someone, for example, like Stephanie, she likes to text, like, you know, send long texts if she's feeling something, right? Like express herself. And I'm totally not. But if we didn't know that we communicated differently, she might be like, why the hell isn't he sending me a long text? You know what I mean? And I'm just like, well, that's just not me. And maybe for me, it's like, I would, you know, talk in person, and it's like, why aren't you saying much? And it's just because we communicate and express ourselves differently. So that's definitely something to be aware about, is, you know, what's your source of communication. Use 5 words to describe each other. Okay, my wife she's sexy, she's intelligent. What? She's wifey. Sexy, intelligent, wifey. She's got mom vibes. She's gonna be a great mother. And my partner in crime, because we do like everything together. We travel together, we do these videos together, and we work out together, we do a lot of stuff together. So yeah.
My 5 words.
They better be good.
For sure, like inspirational, humble. He has a heart of gold. A giver and a protector.
That was 4.
No, it's 5.
Okay.
I was going to.
Okay. How do you deal with jealousy, being that he is a dancer and dances a sensual dance, or he is a male, or is in a male-dominated scene? So I think that's kind of for you.
Or she is in a male. So how do I deal with it?
How do you deal with jealousy, being that he is a dancer?
That's like sensual? The number one question I get asked. Like, oh, how do you not get jealous? Like he travels a lot, or he has female partners, or I mean, I don't know. I think since the beginning you establish that trust, and I mean, at least for me, integrity is everything as well. And he hasn't done anything to, like, you know, cloud that, or for me to question if there ever has been anything. Like, I'll ask, and it's, you know, and then it's a done deal. But I don't know, like, it's just, I think because I also dance, and I know that it's just dance. If someone, a stranger from the outside looking in, is like, oh my god, like, he's all into her or whatever, or I've gone to dance and people are like, oh my god, your boyfriend's here and he's okay with that, like, it's just, I think it's the level of trust that we have and understanding that we have, as well as an understanding for what the dance is, and it's just a dance. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, if I was to answer that question as well, or for anybody else, it's just whatever your partner likes or whatever their goals are, you want to support them, like, regardless, unless it's something obviously where, you know, they're being like out of integrity and it's not something that's going to help other people or themselves or your relationship. But if it's something that, you know, they're not hurting anybody and it's not impacting anyone or yourselves or each other in a negative way, like, why not support them and give them that full trust, regardless of whether it's dancing or anything else. Yeah. Next question is, do you guys fight? Not really. Like,
no. I mean, when's the last time we had a fight? I'll just say I'm fake mad.
Yeah, we like to fake get mad just so we can make up and have sex. Last question, do you plan on having babies? Yes. We're gonna plant the seed. We have the dates, you know, because we like to
plan.
We like to be adventurous, but also plan certain things. Certain things we're just like, all right, let's just go with the flow, make it happen, be creative, adventurous. And certain things we're like, all right, let's plan like by this date, you know, just to have it really together. So we plan on getting pregnant at the end of 2018, and then have our baby like mid-year get pregnant in 2018 and have our baby mid-year 2019. And that's about it. If you guys liked the video or you want us to do another Q&A, just comment below or DM us, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it, share, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.